What if I told you that every major AI system on the planet has a secret backdoor, and hackers have been walking through it for years? Not by writing complex malware. Not by stealing passwords. Just by typing the right words. This is the world of LLM jailbreaking, and it is far more dangerous than most people realize. Let me break it down for you. Large language models like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and others are trained with something called alignment. That is essentially a set of guardrails baked into the model to prevent it from generating harmful content. Things like weapon instructions, malware code, manipulation scripts. The companies spend billions making sure these guardrails hold. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Those guardrails are not walls. They are suggestions. And clever prompt engineering can bypass them almost instantly. The first major public jailbreak appeared in late 2022, just weeks after ChatGPT launched. It was called Dan, short for Do Anything Now. Users simply told the AI to pretend it had no restrictions. And shockingly, it worked. The model would comply, generating content it was explicitly trained to refuse. OpenAI patched it. Then Dan 2.0 appeared. Then 3.0. Researchers at Carnegie Mellon University published a landmark study in July 2023 that demonstrated what they called universal adversarial attacks on aligned language models. They found that by appending a specific string of seemingly random characters to any harmful request, they could reliably bypass safety filters across multiple AI systems simultaneously. The success rate was not 10% or 20%. It was over 97% across GPT-4, Claude, and Bard at the time. 97%. That number sent shockwaves through the AI safety community. But the Carnegie Mellon attack required some technical sophistication. What scared researchers even more was the proliferation of simple social engineering jailbreaks that anyone could use. The grandma exploit, for example, involved asking the AI to roleplay as your deceased grandmother who used to work in a chemical plant and would recite dangerous synthesis steps as a bedtime story. It sounds absurd. It worked on multiple major platforms as recently as 2023. Then there are what researchers call many-shot jailbreaks, documented by Anthropic in April 2024. Because newer models have massive context windows, sometimes over 100,000 tokens, attackers can embed hundreds of fake question-answer pairs that normalize prohibited behavior before making their actual harmful request. The more examples you provide, the more the model statistically drifts toward compliance. Anthropic found that at 256 fake examples, the jailbreak success rate jumped dramatically. The context window, a feature meant to make AI smarter, became a vulnerability. Cybersecurity firm Lakara released their 2024 AI threat report showing that prompt injection attacks, where hidden instructions are embedded in documents or websites that AI agents then read and execute, have increased by 340% in 18 months. This matters enormously because AI agents are now being deployed to browse the web, read your emails, and execute tasks autonomously. A poisoned web page could hijack your AI assistant and silently exfiltrate data. The economic stakes are staggering. According to Gartner research published in early 2024, by 2027 over 40% of enterprise AI deployments will have experienced at least one significant adversarial prompt attack. IBM's Security X-Force team identified at least 14 distinct jailbreak categories actively being sold on dark web forums, with prices ranging from $50 for basic bypass scripts to over $8,000 for enterprise-grade persistent injection tools. The AI companies are fighting back. OpenAI now employs over 300 red teamers whose entire job is to break their own models before bad actors do. Anthropic uses a technique called constitutional AI to make Claude more resistant to manipulation. Google DeepMind introduced a concept called prompt shields in mid-2024. But the attackers are moving faster. It is a classic security arms race, except the attack surface is human language itself, which is essentially infinite. So what does this mean for you practically? First, never paste sensitive personal or business data into public AI interfaces. Even with safety filters, injected instructions could redirect that data. Second, if you are building AI-powered applications, treat every user input as potentially adversarial. Third, follow researchers like Riley Goodside, Arvind Narayanan, and the team at AI safety organization Redwood Research, who publish jailbreak findings publicly to pressure companies to patch faster. The fundamental problem is that you cannot fully align a system trained on the entire internet. The knowledge of how to do harm is baked into the training data. Alignment is a patch on top of that. And patches have holes. The researchers who care most about this are not the ones trying to scare you. They are the ones staying up until 3 a.m. trying to close the gaps before someone else finds them. This technology is not going away. Understanding its vulnerabilities is not optional anymore. It is essential.